Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Retro Gaming with Hopper. Today we're going to continue on our cool pinball video. We're going to repair this. I kind of thought about this last night, and at the end of the last video, if you haven't seen the first one, it's going to be right up in here, so right there. So go check that out, and as we get started on this. But I thought about it last night, and I think what we're going to do first of all, is we're going to put a bottom in this. We're going to fix the bottom of this pinball machine. Because, of course, we've got a big hole in the bottom. And they have a security plate, I guess you want to call it, on the bottom. So we want to take that off, so we can get all the side art, so you can see all the side art, and that's just an eyesore to me. We'll take that off, and we'll work on putting a bottom on this. But in order for us to put the bottom in this, we're going to have to take the panel out, this base plate with all the switches and everything on it. We got to take this out. We have to remove the playing field. Of course, we got to take the head unit off. And while we're doing that, when we do put a new bottom in this, we're going to go ahead and clean the bottom of the cabinet. As you can see, I don't know how well you can see. It's kind of tough. This camera kind of makes everything look good, but it's yellowed. It's really yellow over here, but it's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, we're going to clean the cabinet real good. I'm going to take the door off of it so we can straighten out the door and get the cabinet all looking nice. We'll get the head unit up on something, get the outside all cleaned up. And while we have this out, the switchboard, whatever you want to call that, down in there, we'll clean all the switches on it. All the switches and relays, everything. We'll get everything all cleaned up. So when we do put it back in, I don't have to hang over the edge here, leaning down in there and clean it. And we'll put a new power cord on it, of course. Check out everything while it's sitting on the sawhorses. We'll be able to see if there's anything bad. It's just easier to do that way. If you have to take it out, to do something like put a bottom in a cabinet or something like that, it's easier just to pull that out. Same with the play field. I'll stand that up, and I can sit on a little stool and clean all the switches and relays and everything on it, make sure it's all good. The head unit, now we can clean that all up just standing back here doing it. If you didn't see the first one, we'll kind of go over a little bit. We have some parts missing. We have 3 coils missing here. We have 1 score reel and two dummy reels missing back here. So it's been kind of cannibalized. There was just a few things taken off of it. The knocker unit, I did find the coil for it. It was kind of tucked underneath everything. Here's the knocker. There's the knocker unit right there, and this is what's left of it. And I got a couple wires here. Maybe I can chase them down. Let me get rid of that little bit of there we go. I can chase them down, see what the heck those go to. I was looking on the schematic. We have 4 wires over here that are kind of hanging up there, and there was something screwed down there. I think it was another one of these little plugs, and I think it's either the match unit. You can either turn the match unit on and off, or balls per game is either 3 or 5. I think that's what I'm missing right there. Finding that little booger is going to be a pain, but I kind of have an idea what I'm going to do. Down there, it might not be the prettiest or the or the right way, but I may just put some male and female plugs down there and label them. That way they can be changed at any time. And, you know, that won't be too bad. That'll be probably the only thing that we might have to, that won't be original. Did get everything ordered. We have everything on its way. Even the back glass. Got a new back glass coming. I have all the flipper parts. That was another thing that was missing on the playing field, was both flippers. And I mean base plate and everything's missing. And I could find everything but those base plates. But I located them. And so I have everything coming to fix the flippers too. And we were missing all of our flipper buttons. So that's kind of a recap of what's missing on the machine. And what I have ordered, and I had found everything. So we're going to be able to resurrect this guy and bring him back from the dead. He's no longer going to be a donator. He's going to be alive. So okay, first thing we're going to do is I'll start pulling everything off of this, and I'll come back and show you where I'm at as I'm going along. Okay, I got pulled the play field off of it. She's sitting right over here. And it looks good. Like I said, it helped with the glass on the cabinet and everything. It really protected everything and didn't get all funky looking and all dusty. Took the soundboard out, which here's our soundboard. That's our soundboard. Took the soundboard out. And I guess you could call this is our MPU. Soundboard, the chimes hung right there. Had to get that out of the way. Unplug all your tilt mechanism and your door. Of course, you know, to unplug the playing field, which was right up there. And this is the Jones plug for the head unit, sitting right there. Now all you have to do is there's 4 bolts. There's one there, and right down in there. And we can pull that up out of there. But I just wanted to kind of let you know and show you what you had to do to get that out of there. So it's probably going to be kind of heavy. So what I'm going to do is I'll get it all unbolted and I'll get you set up on the tripod, and you can watch me struggle and pull that up out of there. Okay, got all the bolts out of it. I found 2 screws that were holding it down right here in the middle. I don't know what those are for. I'll find out when I pull this up out of here. Hopefully I don't smash my mic. All right. Nothing's following me. Oh shit. Excuse my language. Got my mic hooked on the coin door. Okay, I'll get you off of here. And there's our baseboard, bottom board, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, it'll be really easy now to get all these switches and that cleaned up. There's the old cord. Like I said, we'll replace that. See, we're lucky at least all the labels are still on all the solenoids and that. So that's always nice. Okay, let's take a look inside. Okay, here's where those 2 screws were. held down in this board across here, which is going to be nice because that'll help with the new. Oh, that is glued. I'm sure it is. And you can see we got all kinds of fun stuff back there. Oh, he looks like even maybe a few vermin turds. And a cigarette butt. Nice. But always like vermin turds. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'll take the coin door off and get rid of the coin door. Got to work on that anyway, try and straighten that out. Everybody I talked to didn't have a coin door, and could buy a skin for it, but I don't know. I even looked for a hinge, but we'll see what we can do. We'll get her straightened out. It'll be all right. Okay, so let me get the coin door off, and then we can stand this up. Oh yeah, let's take that security panel off the bottom. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 to a side and 3 up front, and none in the back. Nope, doesn't stretch up the back. So let's take that security panel off, and then we'll get the coin door off, and then we'll see what we're into. As you see, that's already unglued there, all along there. I think we're still kind of glued unless somebody put some screws or something in through there. So we'll find out. Let's get the security panel off. Okay, got that security panel off. I went ahead and took everything off the door, the coin door. Now you can see the big hole. The trim around the coin door, I think I can polish that up. Clean that all up. That'll look good. All cleaned up, but that security panel, come off here, that's a regular made security panel. Must have been able to buy these somewhere, or I don't know, maybe you still can, but this is the first one I've ever seen, because there's the hole for the on-off switch on the newer ones. So that's pretty interesting. Now I'll have to, you can see that there's a bunch of nails, finishing nails all along through there, and all along the front where they had to fix this corner that they pried out, broke out to get at the coin box. So we'll pull all those nails out, get that cleaned up, pop them all through, and then I can fill them a little bit and just touch them up. Same with the holes. I think all these holes for the security panel, I think I'll go ahead and I'll plug them, and we'll fill them a little bit, and then I can just go around and touch up all those holes mix up some paint as close as I can, the blue and the white and red or pink. Looks pink to me. Probably used to be red, but it looks kind of pink to me. But yeah, now it'll start looking like something without that stupid black edge on it. That will look good. That machine will come out good. Good enough anyway. I got a couple of the wooden brackets were, just loose. I got one missing in the back there, but it's right here. I can sand that glue off, get her cleaned up, and I can glue it right back on there for a little bit of help for the bottom. As long as these stay glued really good, once I get the bottom on, I can shoot some brads up through it and across these two big braces, and that'll help with the bottom too. Always need a little support for your bottom when you get older. This is 1973. Shit. I'm 9 years older than it is. And I might be in a little better shape. I'm not going to say I am for sure. At least I'm not missing any parts. So now let's get this thing flipped over, or at least stood on its ass, and we'll see what we can do about pulling that bottom off and see what it's going to take to put a new bottom on this. Because I'm not going to just patch that hole and be done with it, and I wasn't going to leave that security panel on it. You can tell me later in the comments what you think I should do. I know, well, what I should have done, but I know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bottom in it. So let's get started on getting the bottom off of this. Okay, there she is. No bottom. We lost a little bit here that was split. We didn't lose any, but it's coming loose up here in the front. You can see it's a little rough up through here, and where they broke in, there was nothing left. But that's all right. We still have a lip in here. We still have a lip in here that we can glue to or sit on. And you can see they shimmed here with the brace, so they shot brads in it. Same with the other one down below. Most of the groove is there, so we're going to be all right. We'll be able to reinforce with our brace here, and I can put a little bit of glue along that bead, and she'll sit down in there. Biggest thing will be is getting it down in there. That'll be the fun part. I can flex it enough to get it started down below, and probably in here and partial at the top. And if I can get it in at the top and the bottom, I can get it to sit down in. I can flex it enough and get it started and get it down in that groove, down along through there. It'll be fun. And that'll be for the next, not the next video, but for the next time we come back. So yeah, got all those nails out. Got a nice pile of finishing nails there I pulled out of the cabinet, all up through there. But that's all right. We can put a little dab of wood filler in them, and then we can just touch them up, make them go away and disappear. Same with all along the front here. Got the braces in the corners here. That one leaves me enough room, but there's this one here, and a couple of them down there on the, just that one in that corner there. May have to shave down a little bit so I can get my, I think I'm going to use plywood. I think I'm going to get a 1/4 inch sheet of plywood. I think that'll work out really nice. It had that, I don't know what you call this, cardboard. That's what it reminds me of. It's a fiber board, but I don't know if they have that or not. See, they had vents in here. Well, we're not going to have any vents. Maybe. Might be able to cut them in, but I doubt it. You can even see where they were trying to get in here by going up under here. That hole was broken out all the way down into here somewhere, and they were trying to pry up in there. What people will do. But I think we'll be all right. I'll clean this fiberboard off all this, off all of our little braces there. I'll get that cleaned up. That way our glue will hold. Same with across here. I'll get that all cleaned up so we can get the board on it and glued down a little bit. But she's coming along. Like I said, the next time I come back, I'll have the new floor, new bottom all cut and ready to go in, and we'll put that in. So hang in there, we're getting it, and we're going to get this cabinet squared away one way or another. And now I got her all cleaned up, as good as I'm going to get it anyway. Most of the little braces they're all clean. The cross braces are clean. The only thing I do have left to do is I have 2 pieces to glue down in. We'll glue him in there. And I just found this one. I got to clean it up yet. And that one gets glued up on here. So it gives it support for the coin box. And we got the bottom cut. There's the old one. And there's the new one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to need to test fit this first before we do anything else. That's going to work perfect. That'll work perfect. Slides in just enough. And once I glue it and brad nail it to every one of them little braces and along there, it's not going to go anywhere. So next, let me get those little braces all glued in place, and then we can put the panel, the bottom on for good, and get started on something else on this. So let me get them glued in, and then we can put the bottom on for good. Okay folks, now let's put the bottom on this. I took the legs off, flipped it over the back side so it's a little easier to get at. Got all my marks in for my braces here and all along the side, so I know where those all are. So now what we need to do is find the glue. Okay, now we got the bottom in it, and now all we need to do is clean the cabinet. While I have it on the sawhorses, I might as well clean it while it's up there and be done with it. That way we don't have to do it while it's standing up on its legs. Just be a little easier. Okay, we got the whole bottom put in. Got the new one put in. As you can see, looks a lot better. Now we don't have that big hole. Cleaned up the cabinet. Got a lot of that dingy yellow off of it. There's still some stuff, along here. That's where the molding goes for the door. I plugged all them little holes from where it was bolted on. Now all I have to do is mix up paint and touch that up. And I'll touch up all them little spots too, where all the finishing nails were for whatever they had nailed in there. Got her all cleaned up. The cabinet looks nice. It's not perfect, it's not great, but hey, it looks good. This will be a great player's machine when I'm done with it. And all those little reinforcements glued in. So far she's coming along. Haven't decided whether I'm going to put new legs on it yet or not. I may break down and buy new legs for it. Those ones, I'll see what they're like when I clean them up. So that's what I've got for you today. Is we got the bottom all done, got the cabinet cleaned up, and when we start doing paint, we'll touch up the spots on here. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think it's going to look nice when we're done or not. In the next video, we're going to start working on cleaning up all the switches and contacts in this guy before we put it back down in. Might as well do it while it's out. So until next time, see ya. Still got my little friend watching me. He watches everything I do. Say goodbye, Nutty.